Good morning, everyone, and welcome. I am Krista, and you are watching Heart to Heart with the Breakfast Club. We are all digital business owners and work online. Our intention is to have open dialogue about various subjects and hopefully get you thinking. Please keep in mind we are expressing our opinions and drawing from our own experiences. We value everyone's opinions and beliefs and would love to hear from you. Our topic today is interests, passions, and hobbies. What are your hobbies? Do you have the flexibility and time to enjoy them? Here is why they're really important. Having a hobby that we enjoy brings us joy and enriches our lives. It gives us something fun to do during our leisure time and affords us the opportunity to learn new skills. The world is full of wonderful, exciting activities that we can explore and adopt as our own. Once we find a hobby that we truly enjoy and are passionate about, we become hooked. There are many reasons why all of us should have at least one hobby. It makes you more interesting. People who have hobbies have experiences and stories that they can share with others. You also have specialized knowledge that you can teach to anyone who also has an interest in the same topic as you. It helps to relieve stress by keeping you engaged in something you enjoy. It gives you a way to take your mind off the stresses of everyday life. You relax and seek pleasure in activities that aren't associated with work, chores, or other responsibilities. Hobbies can improve your quality of life. In order to develop a hobby, you have to learn how to do something that is brand new, and you will need to be patient in order to build your skills. It also helps your social life and creates bonds with others. It increases your confidence and self esteem. The odds are that if you really enjoy an activity, you are usually pretty good at it. This also gives you something to look forward to and get excited about. No matter what type of hobby you choose, you will definitely be exposed to new ideas. They help you grow in various ways, including exposing you to new opinions and to new ways to look at life. It challenges you. So let's hear what the girls' hobbies are and how they like having the flexibility of time to enjoy them. Go ahead, Janice.
Oh, hi. Yes, hobbies are great. One of my hobbies that I started, I would say oh, more than 20 years ago, had to do with dragon boat racing. And my husband, I was working downtown at the time, and my chiropractor, she was our initial coach. And I said to my husband, why don't we try this? Oh, I'm not interested. I don't want to do a team sport. But anyway, he says, I'll come out and try it. So we have participating in this sport, and he has now more than me because I sort of sit on the sidelines. But it is a wonderful activity that we were able to do together. And we traveled the world because we were on the national team. And I'm actually wearing, I don't know which one it is. This is my shirt that I had when our traveling shirt for when we went to Poland. So he was on the international team starting in 1999. And we have traveled, like, as I say, all over the world. We've been to Germany, Malaysia, Shanghai, China, Australia. I've ran out of places where I have actually been doing dragon boat racing. And the one thing that it does for you, it's because, we live in Toronto and we don't have our water access is limited until we can go out again in the early spring. But what happens is there's indoor training and fitness things that you do as well, by going to the gym and doing various activities and all of that sort of thing. And it's a great team sport. And one of the things that I've been able to do is because of our business, I've been able to chat with other people about it when we're sort of sitting around, because when you go to races, there's huge crowds of people. There could be, up to, well over 100 teams that are there, and there are 22 people in a boat at one time. So when we're sort of sitting around, sometimes I'll take, some of the things that I have, and I'm able to hand out business cards and chat about our business and explain to them, our time freedom and how wonderful our business happens to be. So that's my hobby.
I love that, Janice. Thank you so much. That sounds very exciting. I also did dragon boating for about 4 years, and I loved it. And you're right. If you don't work as a team, your boat doesn't go anywhere, right? So it's a great team building sport. So yeah, that's awesome. Okay, Tina.
Yeah, that's incredible. I love watching the dragon boat races when they come around too. They're beautiful how they put them together and the display and just watching everybody, row in synchronicity, and it's great. Hobbies. I have a few things that I like to do, but mostly my biggest thing is getting out and beach combing. Beach combing is like a hobby that I like to do. And I like to collect things to bring home, and I'm a crafter. So I will craft things with that. Like I've made a shadow box with some of my collections, and I'm getting ready to make some ornaments with some of the things that I've collected from the beach. But that's pretty much it. I used to do different things years ago, like making homemade Christmas cards and just regular cards. And if anybody was part of the whole scrapbooking era, I still have like a lot of supplies from there, and I do have a lot of photos to work with. And of course, several that are, in my computer and on my phone that I could print and use. Excuse me. So that's definitely something that is what I work on like over the winter months when I can't get out as much. But yeah, that's what I do.
That's awesome, Tina. And I can only imagine how beautiful your creations are because you're so creative. And I could just imagine they are. Like I know other people that I personally haven't done the scrapbooking and my daughter is very crafty and she gets into all that. But you can really get imaginative with it, right? And lots of colors and like you say, use the outdoor stuff and yeah, no, it's great. That's awesome. Okay, Pam, your turn.
Good morning, ladies. Well, hobbies. I've had quite a few over the years. I learned how to sew. My mom was a sewer. She made a lot of our clothes when we were growing up. So she taught me how to sew on the sewing machine. I still have my little one that I used to put on the table, and I used to sit alongside of her. She taught me how to knit. And when it came to knitting socks and turning the heels, I quit. I had no desire to go turning heels, but I knit a sweater and I knit a blanket. So I love that. I did crafts. I made all kinds of crafts and hung them around, and I admired that for a while, but I lost interest. But I really do enjoy outdoors, taking a walk like Tina. I don't beach comb for glass, but I love down to the beach. That is my quiet place. And I live right alongside of the beach. And in this business, when we have a break here or there between our regular JOBs and we're doing our business, it's nice just to get away and just get down to the beach and enjoy the fresh air and the solitude. I am yet to find a real passion for anything. Like people can sit down and they work for hours at puzzles. I know my next door neighbor, she's 88, and she loves doing those puzzles. And it's amazing just to see her because it keeps everything in tune when you got this hobby that you focus on, right? Yes. Oh, and another one of my passions was darts. For years, we didn't have a whole lot that we could do around in our little community as a community, but we played darts, and we had lots of fun at that. But yes, when you're into business and you got a few minutes to take time out to do your passion or do something that you really enjoy, it's amazing because this do give you the time that you need to do the things you love. Thank you.
Thank you, Pam. Okay, Jose.
Well, this is a great subject. Good morning, everyone. Interests, passions, and hobbies. Well, I have a lot of interests and a lot of hobbies, but if I had to pick something that I'm passionate about, would probably be mostly gardening, because of how it doesn't only benefit our own family, but it benefits others. So in the past 5 years, I've been the food bank garden coordinator. So to be able to garden and be able to bring in boxes of food to the food bank, it's not only it feeds your own heart, you know, when you bring in, like the one year we had a bumper crop of pumpkins. I had only planted a few seeds, but we ended up with like 30 pumpkins. And so you bring in 30 pumpkins to the food bank. It's just because they're exhilarating. Listening to all of you, the dragon boat racing, oh my gosh, like I'm thinking to myself, I need to get out more. But you know what? Gardening is also exercise too. And it definitely gives you a lot of opportunities to exercise. And then crafting. Tina, you have such a great imagination. I can just imagine all the crafts that you make. And my sister and I are good crafters too, but we're more like closet crafters. We start a craft and we put it in the closet because then we don't have time to do it. And then we do all these macrame and, you know, the books that you were talking about. It's like, it's endless. Crochet and knitting, sewing, you know, I do them all, but I don't do them with passion. And then puzzles too. When we used to have seniors living with us, I would put a puzzle on the table for them to, you know, in their spare time to come by and put a few pieces in. And then I found out that it was my husband that was finishing them, not the residents. And so for me, gardening is definitely my focus. Again, being able to, so now I've moved from the food bank garden, that's a part of my past. And now I'm creating a garden around my home. So instead of having bushes and flowers along the house, I'll have, you know, raspberry bushes and blueberry bushes at different areas around the house. And then I have a friend of mine who's going to build 10 raised beds. And so we'll be able to grow our vegetables. And my goal is to have a little table at the end of my road so that I can put extra there. You know, if you have a bumper crop of zucchinis or whatever, you can put them there and people can just come by and pick them up. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to this year. It's going to be a great year. And again, you know, with the business, it gives you the flexibility of being able to enjoy, to be able to do what you have a passion for. So thank you. That was a great topic. I'm excited for the spring. Oh, I should add too, gardening is not only for winter, for summer. You can actually garden indoors in the wintertime. So that's their sprouting and growing pea shoots and sunflower shoots. They're delicious and they're filled with nutrients and antioxidants and whatnot. So you can garden indoor in the wintertime. Now that's when you know you're a little bit passionate about that. Thanks. It was a great topic.
Thank you, Jose. And you're darn right, gardening is a lot of exercise. That's why I don't really love it. It seems like a lot of work. all that bending and digging and all that stuff. But I do love the water. That's my passion. I love to kayak, and I did the dragon boating for about 4 years. I do kayaking and canoeing, or anything really on the water that floats. I like to get on there and paddle around. And my next goal is sailing. I've done it as a passenger, but I'd like to learn how to do it myself. So that's my next goal, is sailing. And I also love being outdoors, just hiking and just being outdoors. Just nature and everything else. And I love this business because it gives me the time, especially in the summer. And in Ontario, our summers are so short. So to have the time to get out there and do what you love it's just, I just love it. I love having that time to be able to do what I love, and even explore another hobby, right? Like, just, I'm a hobby hopper. I like to do something until I'm good at it, and then really enjoy it. And then I'll, now I'm really good at kayaking, so I'll move on to something else, right? And try something else. That's I love that. And I love having the time. So there you go, everyone. I hope you enjoyed our discussion and gave you some food for thought. We'd love to hear about your hobbies and what your passions are. If it sparked your interest and you're open to finding out more, register for our free live information session happening tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go to the website of the person's page you're watching from and register, or send them off a message and they will make sure you get the website required to register. A replay is available as well if this time frame doesn't work for you. Time spent on a hobby is time invested in yourself, and the returns are always priceless. So there you go, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful day and take care.